How to know that your relationship is over before they finally tell you that it's over. My name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, your number one relationship therapist in Africa. Many of you are in relationships that have been over a long time ago. Exactly. People break up with you before they finally tell you that they have broken up with you. Now, I'm going to be sharing the signs that would make you understand that this relationship is over, in as much as we enjoy deceiving ourselves. But let me just tell you so that you have it at the back of your mind. I know it's painful, I know it's hard, it's difficult for you to leave the person, but I want you to be aware of the signs. Exactly. Number one way to know that it's over between you and somebody before they say it is over is when you start to question yourself. That point you start to question yourself. You start to walk on eggshells. You start to twist yourself. You're not comfortable around them. It's as if there's this fear inside of you when communication becomes a problem. When there is this unnecessary fear, unnecessary fright. I don't know what I'm going to say that is going to get him angry. I don't know what I'm going to say that is going to get her angry. Unnecessary fear. You become nervous each time you want to talk to this person. Just know that the relationship is over. It's not even meant to be. Exactly. When you are not yourself, you have to squeeze yourself, you have to sit a certain kind of way, you have to do that point you have to be playing good girl or good boy. Just know that you're not even in a relationship. The relationship is over because at that point you're not yourself. You're faking it. You're pretending. Exactly. So the person is not even going to enjoy the better part of you. It simply means you're with a control freak. It simply means most times you're with a narcissist, because when you cannot express yourself, how do you want somebody to enjoy your identity? It simply means you're living in somebody else's body. It simply means you're with that person who wants to define your life for you. And trust me, that one is not relationship. That one is drama. So when you find yourself in such situations when you are no longer yourself, you can no longer be yourself, my darling. Relationship is over. Number two, when you spend more time questioning yourself instead of communicating. That point that there are so many questions you have at the back of your mind, yet you cannot communicate it. You need answers, but you cannot go to your spouse and tell the person, baby, this is how I feel. You cannot communicate your feelings. You're not in a relationship. The relationship is over. Yes, because in a relationship without communication, you guys are not dating. I used to tell a lot of my couples that this is it. If you cannot talk to people, I don't know what you're going into relationship to go and do, because communication is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. What is the meaning of misunderstanding? Misunderstanding simply means we are not talking. Understanding simply means we sit down, we talk, we understand where this person is coming from. Misunderstanding is when you're not talking and I'm misunderstanding where you're coming from. So when we cannot communicate, we're not in a relationship. Most of you are not dating. Most of you are just looking for company. You don't just want to be alone. Having company is different from being in a relationship. If you want company, company is temporal. When you are lonely at that point in time, when you are bored, when you are not busy, when you don't have anything doing, you want somebody to come around. That's what happened in most of you people that say you are in a relationship. You're not in a relationship. The only time your boyfriend calls you is when he's less busy. Your boyfriend does not prioritize. Your boyfriend cannot sneak out of the office and at least say, baby, how are you doing? I love you. He cannot do that. He only calls you at his convenience. Your girlfriend cannot call you just because she doesn't have recharge card. She cannot borrow airtime from MTN and call you. She doesn't love you. Anybody that wants to love you based on convenience does not love you. They just need company at that point in time. They are just bored. They're using you to chase away boredom. That's not relationship. Relationship is communication. You are there 24 hours. I prioritize you even when I'm busy. I make out time for you in my busy schedule. That's relationship. So the truth about it is many of you are not dated. That's the truth. So you need to have this understanding and start dating. Okay? You need to. When you question more than you communicate, my darling, that relationship is over. Number three, commitment. When you are in a relationship with people and they don't want to show any atom of commitment, commitment does not mean marriage. You know, most times when people hear commitment, they think this, I want to marry you. No, commitment is not marriage. We are not going to the altar. But commitment simply means some level of seriousness. What are the level of seriousness that somebody needs to show you in a relationship? Priority. Am I your number one? What are you doing for me? Where do you spend your time? Commitment has more to do with time spending than wedding ring. People think that commitment is when I engage you. No, commitment simply means how much of your time do you give me? That is commitment. You get to know people that love you by how much time they spend with you, not by how much they give you or by putting a wedding ring on you. Most of you are married to men that are not committed to you. Yes, you know, society has messed up with a lot of our heads. And in this part of the world where we don't ask question, if you ask question in this part of the world, they say you don't have respect. So they have coined a lot of things into our head that we don't even understand. Many of you are going with the values that you don't even have an understanding about because you never ask questions. In those days when you ask questions, they say you don't have respect. Shut up, obey before you complain. So you just see yourself going like a sheep without shepherd. Commitment is not marriage. A lot of people are married to you and they are not committed to you. And that is the problem we have in relationship today. You are begging your husband for attention. Your husband is never at home. Your husband doesn't talk to you, but he's married to you. But he's talking to somebody. There's a girl he's spending time with. Why are you complaining since you are his wife? Since you say commitment is marriage? Why do you always nag that your husband is not always around? Your husband does not stay in one place. He does not call you. He doesn't take you out. Why are you nagging when you are his wife if you say that commitment is marriage? Commitment is not marriage. Commitment is time. Oh my darling, be you a man or be you a woman, anybody that cannot give you their time, don't marry them and don't date them. The reason why you fall head over heels for a man or for a woman sometimes is that in the beginning of the relationship, they want to talk to you 24 hours. They are on midnight call with you. You guys are talking. That was what even made you to start to date them. Suddenly, the moment you begin to date them, they became so busy. When you married them, they became so busy. You're now wondering, is it not this guy that I used to talk to? They are working that same work they are working, and they are not even more busy. Commitment. So commitment is not by marrying you or taking you to their mother or taking you to their family members or wearing the same outfits. Commitment is how much time can you spend with me. Anybody that gives you their time can give you their money. Anybody that gives you their time can give you their word. Anybody that gives you their time can give you their life, because time is something that you circulate around you. The choice is who you want to give it to. Number 4, when you start to question your values. What is values? That point you get into a relationship and you stop to do those things that you love. Let's assume you like football. You don't want to watch football again. If you go to watch football, the person is angry. You like to hang out with your friends and you want to go and hang out with your friend, your girlfriend is angry. You want to go and visit your parents, your girlfriend is angry. You want to go and swim, your girlfriend is angry. You want to change football and watch football, she's angry. You want to do the things that you enjoy, love doing, things that keeps your life going, in fact things that make you happy, and the person is angry. It simply means the relationship is over. Exactly. My darling, let me tell you something. I've said it before. Always look for somebody who is going your direction. It makes relationship easy. You don't need to be changing. You don't need to be twisting. You don't need to meet people and go into your shell and start to work on eggshell. I like football, so only because you came into my life and I like football, you want to force me to watch Telemundo. I will never be happy. You need to find people who can coin into your values. It makes relationship fun and interesting. Stop confusing chemistry for compatibility. Because you like people don't mean that you have to marry them. Because you want something does not mean that you need it. It is not everything that you want that you need. Many of you do not know how to differentiate between your want and your need. And these are the problem in relationship and marriage. Exactly. Because you have this hot chemistry with somebody does not mean you are compatible with them. Does not mean you can cohabit with them. Does not mean you can marry them. Chemistry is not compatibility. So when you have this understanding that it is not everything I want that I need, then you are going to be very, very careful when you are making these choices of value. A lot of people are not looking for relationship, marriage, or love. Some people don't just want to be alone. So you are the person that they are using to occupy space. You are like matter. They are going to marry you. They are going to date you because they don't want to be alone. Some people are actually putting you in their life to while away time until they find that thing that they are looking for. That's why you see a guy who dates you for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, and as soon as he finds that thing he's looking for, he will dump you. Most of them just use it to while away time. So you need to be smart enough not to waste your time, because that person that is using you to while away time is wasting your time, because the person already know what they want, and as soon as they find what they want, they leave you. That's the reason why you need to pay attention. It's not a matter of I don't know how to leave him, I don't know how to go, I don't know how to leave her. The fact is that you'll be wasting your time. That's why it's so easy for some people to move on. It's so easy for them to hurt you, dump you, and move on like nothing happened, because they never loved you. You were just that person they were using to occupy space because they were alone. They just needed company. So you need to stay woke and stop hurting yourself. I've told a lot of you a couple of times that so many times you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself because you want to ignore the signs. Because in quotes, I don't know how to go. Blessing is so hard. Blessing is not easy. Blessing is hard. Now the point is, it is hard, but you're going to be hurting yourself. How can you be hurting yourself? At the end of the day, this person is still going to leave you. So you need to be able to take care of yourself and watch your back, shine your eye, and make them not run you streets. So you need to pay attention to this stuff, so that at the end of the day, even if it's hard for you to go, the fact about it is that they are going to go when they are done using you. Pay attention. Many people are not looking for love. They're not looking for a relationship or marriage. They're just looking for company. They don't want to be alone. So you need to have an understanding that this person just wants company and you want commitment. These are the issues. So pay attention to it. Number 5, when you are always unnecessarily angry. Hi. Whenever you see the person, you'll be angry, you'll be cranky. Just be unnecessarily bitter. Do you know what always brings up that feeling of crankiness, anger, and unnecessary bitterness in relationship? Where you cannot communicate your feelings. If they pay you, say something, they pay you, but you know if you talk, say the thing, they pay you. So the only thing you can do at that point is that you cannot say it, but you'll be expressing it. But it will just pepper you. Why? Because you cannot express yourself. That's what happens. So these are the signs to know that the relationship is over before they tell you it is over. I know it is hard. I know most of you are going to come and say, oh, blessing, it is hard. But like I said from the beginning, you are shooting yourself in the leg. Let me tell you one irony of being in a relationship when you know that the relationship is over. They will still leave you. But guess what? They would have wasted your time. Remember what I said? Some people don't love you. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to date you. They are just using you to while away time before they find that person that they love. So, my darling, you are lost.